Hey, this is Irene. I've been waiting for you. Thank you for joining me, mixing it up with me right here on The Mix. You're listening to CBiz Media. Hey, so I want to talk about Jurnee Smollett and her ex and the fact that he's demanding more money after he had his divorce settlement taken care of, and it's been years. Um, I think it's at least been a few years. Um, he's demanding more money from Jurnee, and even with her retirement money. So people have been really at an upset and an uproar on this situation, and maybe there should be some laws or some rules. I think that I heard that the president was going to do something with taxes where if men pay child support, then they're entitled to the tax benefits for that child. I'm not hating on that, but why can't we also look out for everyone, not just gender-based? I know it's semi-new for the woman to have to put up so much, but not really. Whoever makes more money in the relationship, I think it's always been that precedent. When the relationship ends, that person is going to have to bear the burden financially. Sometimes it's only for a certain set amount of time, depending on the earning power of that other person. Sometimes I guess it could be for all time. But I don't think it's fair for someone to go back in after they've already received their settlements and make changes and ask for more, especially if you're co-parenting. I could see if that person was the sole, what is it called? The sole guardian, and they were responsible for everything for that child, and the other parent was, can visit as they please or whatnot. But if you're both co-parenting, it's not fair for, I believe, someone to come back in and ask for extra. Also, if they do, is it a temporary need? Why are you asking? You have to have a good reason for asking and going into this person's pocket. It can't be just because. And if you're both co-parenting, you're sharing the cost, so it's not like the burden is even on you. So I don't think that's a fair situation that she's being put in. And I think people need to look legally at, hey, you shouldn't be able to come back and so-called double dip into the pot when you've already received your settlement. The settlements should not have to expire. Depending on the case, is this person getting alimony? That could be another issue. Yet and still, like, let's say they're having some health issues and they need more in order to pay for these health issues or the things that are going on. Or maybe there can be on some level a temporary situation where they can get some type of support. But hey, if it were me, I'd say, hey, just let me take the medical bills. I'll send them directly to the hospital. If this is exactly the amount that you need. And many of these people need to just invest in health insurance, because if you have basic health insurance, it will basically cover everything. So if you have basic health coverage, for the most part, even if you do have a health crisis, they cover all of that. So if it's any extra out-of-pocket procedures, for the most part, to me, I'll be wondering what that particular thing is. Is it a rare disease or disorder where you have to come out of pocket with extra finance? So it's a lot to think about, but I'm on Jurnee's side. And I feel like people may be leery about getting married, especially if they are someone that comes from money, or they are in the entertainment industry, where it looks like a lot of money is going back and forth. Because you can give your life to someone, you can even marry them and have their kids. The whole time, they're not in it as deeply as you're in it. And when they do get called out or found out, or things just don't work out, you get to see the true colors of that person. And a lot of times they're going to want something from everything that they've so-called been through with you in the relationship. They're going to feel like they need to be rewarded. They may even feel like I bagged a good one, so I need to be rewarded for uh, my ability to take this one in, or in a way do this one over. And I'm not saying that many of these relationships aren't based off of love. A lot of times I feel like people are almost on the same level. If they're not in the industry together, the other person works in the industry behind the scenes on the business end. So I think you should really think about being with someone that is equally or close to the same financial level as yourself, so that you won't have to pay such high residuals against that. Let's say somebody doesn't have a lot financially, and you know that you're gonna have to probably take over a large amount. If you want to do that, that's your choice, but just keep in mind what the expectations may be if things don't work out. Prenups and stuff were signed in advance. I'm not sure if that's what happened with them. I think prenups are really important. Everyone's talking about them. They were talking about it on Love is Blind. So, everyday people, if you make a decent wage, prenup, why not? That's something we need to think about, look at, and possibly you won't even be in the issue that she's in right now. One and done, hopefully the settlement's done. So those are my thoughts when it comes to Jurnee and her situation with her ex-husband. Thoughts, comments, questions, email me at cbiztv@yahoo.com, where we talk faith, love, and trends. All the best, and God bless. All right, guys, now I want to talk about Halle Bailey. Basically, they had a kid together, and he's saying that she's keeping him away from the child. He may not be lying, but let's see. I need to see her side. And the funny thing is, what I'm hearing is she's not really saying anything on the matter, and she's not playing the tit for tat game. To me, she doesn't owe us an explanation. She doesn't owe him an explanation. And if she does, she can do that face to face without putting it on social media or blasting it publicly. I think she's the wiser one. He's gonna come up and jump up in the comments and the social media and blast all the things, and he's acting to me a bit childish. You should exhaust all possibilities with that person before you jump on socials. And how's that helping anyone? Do you really need to just go to the courts and then they'll report it via seeing that you filed some type of claim, not you jumping on trying to make her look like the bad guy? Honestly, if I had recently broken up with somebody, I'm gonna need some time. You think you're gonna just walk back up in here like you always did all the time when you were in our life, me and the baby's life? No, you're not gonna just walk up in here, especially if I'm the one taking care of the kid all the time. I'm the main provider, and you come and go as you please. No, you're not gonna come and go as you please out of my life when you decided to walk out of my life, or we decided, whatever the situation. You don't need to be running up in here like you did when we was together. I need time. I need space. I need to reassess. And maybe you want to come up in here so make me feel what we felt before and, get back in. I'm not going to allow you the space, the place to do that in my life. You have to now act as a co-parent, and co-parents don't get to walk up in the house anytime they want because they are no longer with you. So we're going to have to schedule. We're going to have to make this all business and stand on business now. You're going to have to schedule. You're going to have to call ahead. That's why many people have mediators or some in-between person when it's a separation and children are involved. There could be a family friend, a loved one, a friend of the family, someone you guys are close to, Most likely for me, I would say a loved one or family member that we both trust. This person can walk in, step in, and be the middle person and the liaison. If you come over, let me know you're coming over. If she needs space and he's like, hey, I need to come over, and she's like, this isn't the best time, give her that space. She's a mom. She has a baby that is very young. She still needs time for herself. She probably still needs time to reassess her feelings, her thoughts, emotions. Women go through a lot after having a child, and she may not feel like she's her best. She may not feel like she's up for you being around at the time. She may be having a lot going on with the baby. She may have a lot going on with herself that she can't continue for you walking in whenever you please. The relationship ain't like that anymore. Things have changed. So, sir, you need to step back and find your new place. You are the father, yes, but you guys are going to have to work something out because she needs space, she needs time, and you guys need a middleman at this point that you both trust, because a mother is very territorial in the beginning, especially she has a new baby. She doesn't know what type of elements you might have around you. She kind of doesn't know you anymore. She doesn't know what you're going to do. Not to say that you're a complete stranger, but she needs time to reassess, and you have to give grace and give her that time and step back as a man and do so. And I know you guys are young. These youngsters at times think that they're entitled to this, that, and the other. But yeah, you have to contend with the situation and what's going on. You have to be mature about it. Maybe get some advice from some of your friends that have gone through divorces and breakups, your parents, your elders. Not to say their parents have, but people in your life that have gone through breakups. There needs to be some type of a transitional point. People need to talk to someone. Okay, we broke up. We need this type of help, because you know how we go through therapy when our relationships are rocky. We need to go through therapy when the relationships are done. And when it comes to kids being involved, we need to have a liaison or someone to say, hey, you guys are going to have to deal with things a little bit differently. It's not going to be like when y'all was hugged up on each other. It's just not going to be. So he has to respect her wishes. And I do believe that she has to respect his. But at the end of the day, she had the kid. It came out of her. We know about postpartum. We know about the emotions that women have. And it could be a few years after she has her baby. She has all rights and entitlement. But, again, like I said, she does have to think about him. But there needs to be a middle person, because she may be in a frame of mind where she's not thinking about him. She's stressed about him. She's stressed generally. She can't be the best mom when that's like on her shoulder. So somebody in between can come and help support the situation would be great. I don't believe in taking away a man's rights, but if you've decided to walk away, I don't know who's in the situation. To me, it's not petty. People are like, well, you do have the right to see your child. But the baby was just born. I'm stressed. I'm not liking you at this moment. I want to be the best mom I can be. I don't need you in my face. I don't need you in my way. I'm sorry. That's just how I would be feeling, possibly if I had kids. I would be feeling that. It is what it is. No matter this generation or the last generation or whatever, women are women. We've gone through similar things when it comes to childbirth. Basically the same. That's probably one thing that hasn't changed. Maybe there's more technology, but our emotions are still our emotions. Our bodies are still our bodies. And they can only do so much. And God has blessed us to be resilient enough. But still, I'm getting upset, and I'm not even a baby mama, but I'm getting upset about this scenario. But there's gonna be some fallout. You guys broke up. She's not gonna just be smiling in your face the next minute. She had your kid. Like, you have to think about that and have some consideration. And as a man, as a real man, I think that you should at least give that a thought, give that a try. And understand, again, being young, you may not know all the things, but you're gonna have to find out. I'll say that you're gonna have to find out, and you're gonna have to have respect at the end of the day. And Halle, You can keep quiet if you want. I don't even want her to say something. I know that the world of social media and the news outlets and everybody that wants to see something pop off or trend or TMZ, they all want a story. Girl, just don't say nothing. You don't owe the world nothing. I'll say you owe him some type of explanation on some level, but you don't owe him a sit down. You don't owe him clearance to come right back into your life. Unless y'all trying to get back together, that's y'all's business. But you don't owe all that. At the end of the day, that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts, comments, questions on this type of issue? Let me know. Email me at cbiztv@yahoo.com. That's cbiztv@yahoo.com, where we talk faith, love, and trends. And again, even for the guys, if you're in that scenario and your woman wants to come and see the kids all the time and you're not prepared for her to come, you're stressed, you have a lot going on, even if you didn't have the child, but you're the main care person for the child and the children or child is always with you, you have those same rights. That's my thoughts at the end of the day. All right, I'm really done now. All the best. God bless. Okay, so I saw a story. Hey guys, welcome again. Irene, Faith, Love, and Trends right here on CBiz Media. So I see about Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, and they were at a match, and she was kissing all up on him, and he was just trying to watch the match. People were saying maybe their relationship's on the rocks, because he's not trying to be lovey-dovey. To me, I think too much lovey-doveyness is annoying. They had like a lip-reading person say that, she was saying, the cameras are on us, let's kiss, and like, I'm not into constant photo ops. I'm sorry. I feel like you shouldn't have to perform for the camera all the time. And we know the Kardashians to be that type of people. And she's from that family, so she's one of those type of people. That's where they make their bread and butter, is by being influencers. She also has a makeup line as well, so she doesn't need all of that extra butter and bread, but they're just used to doing things in a certain way, getting attention and all of this. To me, I feel like she need to fall back a little bit. She doesn't need to be hugged up on him constantly. He's trying to enjoy the match. It's just like somebody's trying to enjoy their game. They don't want anybody hugged up on them constantly. I don't care if we're out in public and we have to make an appearance or we have to make a statement every time people see us that we're hugged up on each other. That's just not realistic. That's not even a real relationship. There are times where I don't want you hugged up on me. You could be a male or female and you're just not that lovey-dovey, touchy, constantly type of person. Some people are, most people aren't. There's a time for the lovey-dovey. There's a time to fall back. This is an award ceremony where you're congratulating him. This is just you guys hanging out and he's trying to pay attention to the match. He's probably wants you to be into it more and pay attention, and you're just trying to sit there and be cute and kiss up on him. And to me, it gets old at some point. And that's just my thoughts. I know that I'm on the woman's side, but I'm not on her side this time because I just feel like that could be very annoying. Because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to be on the woman's side. No, that's not true. Growing up, I was definitely a tomboy. I feel like I'm a little more girly at this time in my life. But it's like not just about being girly, but you don't have to constantly cuddle on somebody. To me, I need my space at some point. I can't have someone all over me. And then if it has to do with the paparazzi cameras, that's even more annoying, that we have to cuddle whenever a camera's on us. And it feels like it's some type of a setup or some type of a, I don't know, publicity stunt. I don't want to be a part of a publicity stunt. Not saying that their relationship is a whole publicity stunt, but I can't really do that. That just seems annoying to me. And if I was Timothee, maybe it's just a feeling that he's having right now. They may not be on the rocks. He probably should have just brought one of his guy friends or someone else that's into tennis. I believe it was a tennis match. He probably should have did that. And that would resolve everything. But then she would be mad that he didn't bring her. It would be a whole deal. I don't know. Just thinking about relationships generally and speculating on that part. But yeah, maybe they're not on the rocks. Maybe he's just trying to enjoy the match. I hope their relationship continues and all the best to him. What are your thoughts, comments, questions? Email cbiztv@yahoo.com, where we talk faith, love, and trends. All the best. God bless.
Your place for faith, inspiration, community chat, and more. Tune into LICMC Radio at licmc.net. Spots available. Call 248-701-0885 for info. Touch and agree with us in prayer anytime with the Prayers Up Club. Visit cbiztvmedia.com and click Prayers Up Club. Finally, stop by our store for inspirational gifts for your friends, loved ones, or gift yourself. Visit cbiztvmedia.com and click our store.